Fuck yeah. Earl Skakel in the house. Live. What up, Lala Kims? Finally recovered from Vegas. I don't even drink. And man, that drive back stinks. But I am here. I am here. Yes. That link is about voiceover peeps. Oh, okay. That's fine. Listen. Lois is back. Lois is back in the house. And I must say, that is a great song. I almost want to play it again, but this ain't morning radio. So that is, if you guys want to listen to that song, here we go. Here's the name of the group. It's I Will Save You by Days Gone By. It's I guess copywritten music, so you can play it on your stream and whatnot. A big game tonight. The Los Angeles Kings take on the New York Rangers, so it's LA versus New York. But the big part of the game is in goal tonight is ex-LA King goalie, two-time Stanley Cup winning goalie with the Kings, Jonathan Quick, against Darcy Kemper. So should be a fun atmosphere. And the Kings and Rangers rumored to be trade partners. So that should be interesting. For those of you who are not hockey fans, and I'm assuming that is most of you, and this is probably why I only have 15 people in my stream, the trade deadline is in March, but this year is the Olympics. So I believe the season shuts down from February 6th to the 24th. So a lot of teams are doing trades now so they can get their players acclimated or whatever to the new surroundings before the trade deadline. So we'll see what happens. Sears Roebuck. I used to love going there for school clothing. What up, JJ? I mean, I think Bert's funny. You know, is he like my favorite comic? No, but like, tell you what about Bert. He was the very first person to message me after Roast Battle in Montreal. So I will always have love for him and Anthony Jeselnik, who was probably the second person I didn't see Heated Rivalry. I mean, but it was funny when I would walk Lois late at night, or not late at night, on Sunday nights, I don't know, 7, 8 p.m. Every bar in West Hollywood had that show on. So my dog, unfortunately, Fred, does have that smoker's cough because she has a partially collapsed trachea. So we will, TB, because you're such a good dude, we'll do that now. I was charging my phone, but Lois is back in the building. As you can see, she loves her little beanie. This is the amazing Lois. She just woke up from her slumber. Yes. And she loves this little sweater. She's the best dog. Whoa, Lois, be cool, be cool. You're out of the camera frame. You're out of the camera frame. She knows where the cameras are. This is the Lois cam. She's the best. Unfortunately, I shouldn't say unfortunately, her mama got a new job, so she can't watch her as much as she used to. Who's to say I don't have it already, Kyle? Lois be chilling right now. So she's in pretty good shape. And no, I'm not sick at all. It's just how I sound when I'm just starting to get functional in the, I shouldn't say the morning, but at 2:11 Los Angeles time. Yeah, we don't do the Jesus stuff in here, Hugo. You know that. Well, I will never tell you guys when or if I've got my CCP. Let's just say after the 6'2" African-American man tried to break into my house a couple weeks ago, I expedited the process. So now anyone who tries to break into my building and or condo will be met with some form of resistance. I also have an Arthur's Kaliev hockey stick. It's funny you say that, CP. We're going to call you CP, not child predator. It's just shortening your name. These glasses I bought because of LeBron James, because he wore these or wears these glasses. So, you know, and I have a Rambo knife. I have many forms of defense in my at my disposal. Let's just say that. Well, you know, this guy a couple weeks ago, he was about 6'2", 240, wearing very baggy clothing. So I don't know if he had anything or a full arsenal underneath his jacket, but, you know, well, I wish we were brothers because I'd be living in a lot nicer place. Don't get me wrong, I got a nice place, but I think LeBron is a little above my pay scale. I mean, in my old building, when I used to live on San Vicente and 3rd, great building. I can't say I miss it because I lived in a 1-bedroom, which at the time was good for my needs. I didn't have that many clothing and, you know, all the other stuff I have in here. I lived in the 11th floor facing, it would be, I guess I was facing north. Awesome apartment for me, but it was a condo, I guess. I own a condo. So in my mind, I do own a house, but I guess, whoa, sorry. Whoa. The Kiss demo I was listening to. In the technical sense, I own a condo. But to me, it's a house. So, hey, hit the like and subscribe button if you're new to the stream. I love living in the city. I'm the opposite. I have a sister that lives in a area in the Midwest that small farming community. I couldn't live there. So, um, but she loves it there. So she probably couldn't live in the city. I've got a brother who lives in Hawaii, Oahu, I think. Lives on the beach. But everyone's different. Yeah, I mean, if I didn't have to do stand-up comedy for a living or voiceover work, I'd probably live in the canyons of Malibu and never leave it. But I have to, I've chosen a profession that you got to be in the city. So, but I don't mind it. I love LA. I was in Vegas on Saturday night for a gig. Couldn't wait to get back. I mean, Vegas, man. Now, maybe it's just a part of Vegas I was in. I was headlining a gig at the Punk Rock Museum, which was awesome. If you ever are in Vegas, you got to check out the Punk Rock Museum. It's pretty fucking spectacular. So that's what I did this weekend. But the drive back was pretty brutal. It's just that part. It's in the hotel they put us up in was just off of Fremont, which is where the real desperation is. So, yeah, I mean, the gig was great. The gig was not yet, Waver, not yet. I like to let them hang themselves. Just jokes. I have a sick 15-year-old dog. So, Canyon videos, we don't do all caps in here, and you really should learn to spell deuce correctly. So, thank you for your appreciation. Canyon videos, Waver, will you give Canyon videos a vacation, please? It's not even that. Actually, Canyon videos, I'm going to send you on a nice one-way. Actually, thank you, Waver. So I hope you guys enjoyed Canyon videos time in the Earlverse band. Boom! And thank you, Waver, for asking. I mean, Earl, how much do you charge for a Cameo video? $109, to be honest with you. And you might think, well, Earl, you're pretty unknown. Why is your Cameo so expensive? Because I don't like doing them. Like, technically here, you can send money here. So I guess some people are paying for the privilege to talk to me, but I don't like directly charging people to talk to me. You guys have been around long enough that, I read 99% of the free questions. So I feel weird about charging people for Cameo video. But Cameo contacted me and said, hey, you're a popular enough comic where we want you to do videos for us. I've done a few. I thought I did a good job. I mean, it's certainly more profitable. If I was in it for the money, I'd probably do more cameos because, you guys know YouTube takes 30%. And then you got to pay taxes on the 30% that they don't take. So it's really not that profitable on here. But I'm not really doing this stream for money. I'm doing it to just hit the algorithm and, you know, um, get my stand up out there, to be honest with you. It's funny you say that, Reggie. One time I went to a No Doubt concert and I had a group of probably 15 to 16-year-old girls following me around, insisting I was Rivers Cuomo. So I love Weezer, by the way, but these glasses are legit, legit, like I need them. Uh, I mean, I do let the trolls say their piece. And no, I did not act on. They probably would have done something with me just because they thought I was Rivers Cuomo. But um, you know, well, I don't see every question. So if you really want your question answered, super chats are a good way for me to see them. Sorry, I got a booger in my eye. Chris D'Elia is going to buy those glasses. I don't know if I don't know about that. I can't. We don't talk about Chris D'Elia in here. This is a non-CP zone. And I used to be friends with Chris, but it's hard for me to talk to him. It's like, what do you say to the guy? Hey, how you doing? um, so. I mean, my girlfriend at the time was working the No Doubt show. So she said, "You want to go watch him?" I'm like, "Not really, but I'll go just to walk around." And I think these girls saw me with an all access pass on. They just assumed I was Rivers Cuomo. I mean, they would not leave me alone. So I had to go into the bathroom and hide. But, nothing happened. It costs nothing. I put you on the list. And then, you know, make sure you get a good seat. And it's free. I'll give you a tour afterwards. There's a lot of nooks and crannies of the Comedy Store that a regular audience member isn't. It's not that they're not allowed to see it, but you got to know it's there to see it. Like the back bar. Most audience members don't know there is a back, I guess you would say, VIP bar that only the cool kids know about. So, I could get you some drinks in there. I mean, you got to pay for them, but it's a pretty cool area. There's also a designated area where people may or may not smoke the hippie lettuce. And you can do that too, but why pay if you don't have to? You do get passes for the back bar. I have to escort you back there because it's only for paid regulars. And you have to be escorted in there by paid regulars because you never know who'll be back there. I mean, I've seen Remy Malik in that back bar. I've seen Robert, who's the guy who played Batman, Robert Pattinson in the back bar. There have been several members of the Los Angeles Kings in that back bar. There's been John Mayer's been in the back bar. Dave Chappelle's been in the back bar. So you never know who's going to, and there might be nobody back there. There might be just a bunch of paid regulars hanging out. So are they really doing ads, Astroline ads? LA Kings suck. Well, I wish I could disagree with you, but right now, the shower in the back is, since you're really cool, I can take you to the back, the main room, green room, which, trust me, nobody gets to go back there but performers and their friends. So, Jimmy, you've already tried that line. It's not funny. So, one more time and you're out. Now, maybe that's what you want me to do. So you can tell all your friends, if you have any, hey, this streamer blocked me on his channel. I'm cool. So, it's really not funny, bro. You think I'm dumb enough to say, A dildo. Oh shit, man, you got me. See what I did there? I played with you. Um, oh shit, Jimmy, that's Waver's decision. You're out. Just when you think you're funny in my stream, you're out. Yeah, it's pretty lame, Jimmy. You get it. Thank you, Colin. I mean, but you got to be funny in here, or you get now. Waver could have hit him for my channel. He did not. He just gets a day to think about how unfunny that was. My day is going good. Everything's going good in my world. Had a great comedy show in Vegas. I am now officially in with the Don't Tell comedy crowd. But, you know, well, you really, have to make that decision on your own. But here's the great thing about me, RH6761. This is how cool I am. I want to show you I'm not an asshat. I'm going to go and see who's live right now on YouTube. So we've got MLC on. I think you're better for that crowd. So you can go there. I want you to go to Kevin Brennan's stream. I don't want you in this stream. Thank you very much. So, and because you have such a negative energy, what I'm also going to do is I'm going to put some positive, smooth jazz so you can live a better life. I mean, my dog costs $75. TB, no footage will be shown. I'm not going to play that shit. All right, RH, you're so unfunny. I got to put you in timeout myself. You're horrible. I have not watched the gay hockey show. I kind of want to, though. So TB, getting back to they don't tape the Don't Tell comedy shows, but you are allowed to tape your set. But when I got there, what they did was they cleared out the main room, and there was probably 100+ people in there, and it was packed, a standing room only. So I didn't feel comfortable filming my set because there was nowhere really good to put the camera. Oh, okay. Well, I'll take that cash, Pence. I mean, he's not a horrible-looking guy. That's dislabeled. That's funny. Earl, I got a joke for you because you seem pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, we don't. We're pretty cool streaming here. I hesitate to do this, but knock knock. This is what my stream has come to: hearing knock knock jokes from Colin Ahola 8379. You got to be a little quicker with the joke, though. It's already not funny because you've taken too long to say who's there. I'm going to guess this is a horrible joke. Knock knock. Who's there? We got other listeners chiming in now. Colin, this better be funny. Knock knock. All right, Colin, if you don't say the joke, I got to put you in timeout. I mean, see, you're wasting precious time in my stream. Colin, I got to put you in timeout for a little bit. I'm sorry, man. Now, how unfunny was Colin? I'm going to put him in timeout for 5 minutes. I'm sorry, Colin. I believe you can still hear me, but, it's just I'm running a stream here, not a fucking open mic, brother. I wish I was Joe, a Family Guy. I'd have more than 35 people in here. But welcome to the Earl. What did Colin do? He was unfunny. He was trying to tell me a knock knock joke, which should take literally 20 seconds. And a minute in, he didn't even get to the who's there part. So, I gotta, I'm a tough I'm a comedy snob. So, you've got to, if you're gonna come in here and tell a joke, and we don't tell jokes in here, this is a stream of consciousness. I gotta, do what I gotta do. You know, this is not Last Comic Standing. This is not Star Search. This is not American Idol. This is the Earlverse stream in the fucking house. Now let's see who's live. Maybe we could watch some riots or something. That seems to be popular. I do keep it real. I'm in too good of a mood to be bogged down by unfunny people. What up, Cynthia? Guys, breaking news. We have a woman in the stream. Everyone be cool. We've got Jenna is around. So Jenna will be handling the female trolls. I mean, well, it's not really cool to dox celebrities, like where they hang out. But, I mean, a lot of musicians, because I live around the music scene, and a lot of famous comics. Would you box Jake Paul? Jake Paul would beat my ass, to be honest with you. So, would I box him? I mean, probably not, to be honest with you. You'd have to make it so financially worth it for me to take a beating. Yeah, the trolls are out tonight, baby. Lala, I thought you had left the stream, baby. I hope you're feeling better. I know you were sick as well. So, yeah, I mean, Jake Paul, I'd probably, if I had to fight Jake Paul, I don't know what I think my strategy, to be honest with you, would be to just charge him and hit him as hard as I can with the first punch. If you've ever seen, I'm going to show you what I would do. I don't think I will get my channel in trouble for this. Ron, this is my favorite heavyweight boxing fight of all time. Here's what I would do. Let's see here. This is what I would do. Hold on.
Champion of the world. He won it in January of, and that's Foreman's opponent. So it's
hold on. I'm just. Hold on. Damn.
And retrace the rough and looking at a live show. We're about to bring you what we see Norton. You know all about take you to the.
Damn. Sorry, this is damn.
I can't hear you. Presents itself the sports pavilion. What he wanted to see about
damn.
Foreman's stamina having become.
This is what I would do. I'm Ron Lyle. Jake Paul is George Foreman.
In just 1 moment. All right. Apparently, we have just a few seconds left, and now the commercial is upcoming. Mercury Bobcat, and of course his comments interspersed during the.
So I'm this guy right here.
Referee then Charlie Roth, age 50, refereed around the Cincinnati and Pittsburgh area for a long number of years. Just look at this.
This is how I would fight Jake Paul, right here. Now I'm this guy right here. That's Jake Paul.
Speaking for itself. Crossroads fight for each fighter. If Foreman is to come back and get another shot at the crown, he must win this fight, and it would help to win it impressively. As for Lyle,
Howard Cosell.
He couldn't beat Quarry. If he's to continue, he'll be 34 years of age short.
Here we go.
Just 27. He's got to.
That's what I would do.
And of course, his comments interspersed.
That's how I would fight Jake Paul. I would just come out and throw the hardest right hand I could, and that's how I would do it. Now, for those of you, watch the rest of that fight. It's Ron Lyle versus George Foreman, and Ron Lyle was in prison for 7.5 years for murder. I'm surprised they haven't done a movie about him. He gets out of prison, fights George Foreman, knocks a prime George Foreman down 3 times, and then he gets tired and loses the fight in the 5th round. And then he fights, I think he fought Muhammad Ali before George Foreman, and was winning on all cards, and he got tired, and Ali started to take him down. So Ron Lyle, George Foreman. Trust me, it's worth finding that on YouTube and watch the whole 25-minute. There's a 25-minute version, which all the rounds and whatnot. So Butterbean was a tough dude. Well, you got to tell it. I mean, first of all, Colin, this isn't Evening at the Improv, baby. 1 minute in, you had gotten to knock knock twice. So this is not, the Last Comic Standing season 1 episode auditions. You got to get to the joke, baby doll. So they did have 15 rounds back then. And I think in the Ron Lyle Foreman fight, they had switched to lighter gloves. So the punishment of I mean, it's the greatest heavyweight fight of all time. There's not a heavyweight fight that comes close. So I said, "Who's there?" like 2 times. So rewind the tape, baby doll. I only put you in 5-minute timeout. I literally said, "Who's there?" twice. And, I mean, bro, this is my stream. I got to keep it moving. If there's anything worse than this actual stream itself, it's dead air, baby. So, I'm sorry, dude. Tell it tomorrow. Tell it tomorrow. Come back tomorrow. Well, you know what? If you think I'm a liar, I'm going to help you, Colin. You're gone. So now, Colin, you can just drift away, baby. Yes, 100%. See you, Colin. Nice knowing you. Now come back tomorrow on one of your burner accounts. It's Ernie Shavers, not Ernie Schaefer. So Ernie Schaefer, and you guys know me. I don't kick out anyone, but I'm not going to have a guy call me a liar. You told a joke, or you tried to tell a joke. I mean, come on, man. Yes, this is a new side of Earl. I'm not fucking around anymore. It's my stream. You don't like the stream, then go to Kevin Brennan's stream right now. Yeah, Ernie Shavers. Ron Lyle knocked out Ernie Shavers. Well, here's the crazy part about finishing up on Ron Lyle's story is, so he's in prison for 7.5 years for murder, self-defense. Comes out of prison, fights Ali and Foreman, almost beats both in their fucking prime. Mid-70s Ali, mid-70s Foreman. And then, he beats Ernie Shavers. That's probably his biggest win. And then he, after boxing, retires in Vegas, becomes a security guard, kills another person. So, I mean, Colin, it's like, come on. I'm like the nicest guy in the streaming world. I read most of the free questions, if not all of them. I don't beg for money, but, there's just, come on, man. So, Dream, we don't do that kind of humor in here. Oh, see, Colin he's got another stream. He's got another account. Colin, if you don't think if you think I'm a liar, why are you back in the stream under another, well, it was the 70s, 46, MD, or, yeah, I mean, I'm just telling you, check out the Ron Lyle, George Foreman fight. So, yes, I'm a liar and a dick for no reason. And you've got like multiple burner accounts because I'm guessing you get kicked out of a lot of streams. So, that's okay. I'm also high. Well, whatever, no, I'm done with Colin. Get rid of him. Waiver, Jenna, get rid of him. He comes back in on another account, get rid of him. I don't give a fuck if Colin likes me or not. You don't think I can do a stream to 35 people instead of 36? I'm high on life, baby. I'm high on life. I'm in a great mood. I'm living in Los Angeles, California. I live a great life. So I got no time for people with multiple burner accounts. I apologize. So, well, I keep it real in here. And obviously Colin is not a fan. But if you have to have multiple accounts, then you're probably just a professional troll who gets kicked out coast to coast. I love coast to coast. Art Bell. Do 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 do. I thought you lived in Alberta, Ontario. No, I'm Los Angeles, California. I live in the city of grifters. So, and I love it. I love my hometown. So we don't talk about that. One thing I've learned from the Dabbleverse is you don't bring a woman into that world who's not a part of that world. So unfortunately, I will never ever tell you anyone I'm dating. A grifter is someone who just asks for money, like most of the YouTube streamers. Most YouTube streamers don't talk to you unless you give them money. I won't tell you one day. I mean, look at what happens to Melton. He's married, he's constantly harassed about his wife. Look at Chad and his fake girlfriend. You know, I will never talk about my romantic life in here ever again. Now, when I had a fiance and we had, she did like 8 episodes of my podcast, you kind of got to know her, but that was an exception to the rule. So, yes. Yeah, basically that is what a grifter is. I talk to you guys because I enjoy it. But most people, if you don't give them money for the privilege of talking to them, they block you on site, or they don't read your questions or whatever. I just want you guys to listen to my stand-up clips, and then the channel takes off from there. I want you to hit the like and subscribe button. I'm with my dog and my ex-wife in her new guy's house. I mean, whatever, that's fine. Well, I don't do the podcast anymore, Lala, just because I don't make a lot of money here, but I make more money doing a stream than I ever did on my podcast. So the podcast is on hiatus until I find a way to make money on it. Because I think I did close, I want to say, 370-ish episodes, literally never made a single dollar on it. So, I've got to find a way to, maybe when the channel takes off, I could do episodes on YouTube exclusively. I did not watch the Barrett Jackson Scottsdale auction. So, but when I do reignite it, Lala, come on in. I think the last episode I did was interviewing this man right here, the great Montreal Canadiens tough guy, Chris Nyland. Yeah, I can't wait for the channel to kick off either. It's been a slow, takeoff. I think this time last year I had about 2,200 subscribers. Now I have, I think, close to 4,600. So I've doubled the growth of my channel, which is pretty cool. I think anytime you could say that in 1 year, you're doing pretty good. I'm still finding what would you call it, the nuances of when to stream. You'd think I would know by now, but to be honest with you, my top 10 streams of all time, have been Monday or Tuesday mornings at like 1 to 2 a.m. my time. I think my all-time stream was on a Tuesday morning at like 2 or 3 a.m. is very late for me. And I had close to 2,000 people in here. Like right now I have 31. So, but a lot of times I'm too tired to stream that late. because I'm doing comedy or something. Um, so I would have loved to interview Terry Sawchuk. So the podcast will come back. I just I'm going to concentrate right now. What up, Joe Dirt? On getting the YouTube channel a little more known, or whatever you want to call it, and then we will revisit the podcast at some point. Yeah, I mean, it's just weird how you would think. Now, when I look at my YouTube analytics, they say my fan base, if you want to call what I have a fan base, they are online the most between 12 p.m. and 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And, that's what I'm streaming right now. Got 32 people in here. It's not the most amount of people, but you would think, and it says the least amount of my fans online are around 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. my time. But yet my top 10 streams have all happened in that time frame. So, I don't know who it is, Joe Dirt. I don't know who Dale Quinn is. Probably a Dabbleverse guy. So it's just weird, to try and figure out the algorithm when that YouTube is telling you when your fans are on, and the opposite results happen. So, it's still a work in progress, but, I still enjoy, like, tonight I want to watch the King Ranger game in anonymity. So, we'll see what happens. I don't really care, Colin, if it is you. Like, dude, get a fucking life, bro. 3 anonymous accounts. Like, dude, put this energy into your career, whatever it is. I'm going to guess a fry cook at Chick-fil-A, but come on, man. See, I don't mind trolls. It's just like, be funny. Give me something to go on. It's just like, come on. I'm pretty easy in here to get along with. What up? What up? Dementor Black 19. Some of these screen names, I have no idea who you people are, but maybe that's the idea. I'm just a comedy soldier. I just live to make you people laugh. Yeah, Joseph gets me. Joseph knows the deal. Yeah, but Joseph, if you're going to do my material, you got to do the rest of the joke. My brother died of visual aids. He got hit in the head with a film projector. Come on, man. It's a Skakel classic. So, but I like that you're a fan. You're a comedy soldier like myself. We're streaming soldiers. You didn't have to time him out. It's just another hacky age joke. It's bad enough that I bomb in my stream, but when the audience starts to bomb, come on now. You can do better than that, Nathan. Take a day off, go to your minimum wage job, and come back tomorrow. I welcome you back. Let me see. Who would win in a roast battle Royal Rumble? Bonjour. Harlan Williams would kill any of those 3. Because Jeff Ross is lazy. He would just have Bolivia write jokes for him, and I've gone up against Bolivia's joke writing. It ain't that good. David Lucas just says the N-word a bunch. Standard hack roast jokes. Harlan would destroy them. And he's not even a roast comic. He just, there's nothing you're going to throw at Harlan Williams that he hasn't heard He's been doing comedy longer than me by a wide margin, probably 30 years. So, yeah, Joseph gets it. No, but it really is a legitimate breakdown. Jeff is just lazy. So he's just going to do standard roast jokes that Harlan would see coming from 25 miles away. And, David Lucas, he's like Patrice O'Neal light, which is the only time you'll ever hear light describing David Lucas. Now, I will say this about Bolivia. He would kill Bolivia. K. Trevor Wilson killed Bolivia. It wasn't even close. If she can't beat K. Trevor Wilson, by the way, I killed him. Um, then Harlan would destroy Bolivia. But I will say this about Bolivia. Well, there's only 3 seasons, so yeah. But if you look at Bolivia, if you break down, like I'm an animal with roast battle, but I also keep it real. Let's look at who she battled. Now, in season 1 of roast battle, she got murdered by K. Trevor Wilson, who I beat easily in the live finale. No offense to K. Trevor Wilson, but if you go back and watch my battle with K. Trevor Wilson, he didn't have a chance. She lost to him. Season 2, she beat a guy who probably should have been in prison for what he did. But that is another story. And she had already beaten him. And I beat that guy on 10 minutes notice. So it's not really impressive to me that she beat him. And then she loses to Todd Berry, who'd never done a roast battle before. And then in season 3, she got destroyed by Kim Congdon. So her roast battle on TV, what was she, 1-3? I was 4-1. So now, obviously, everyone knows that's my ex-girlfriend, and we had a bad breakup. But that is as honest as you can get about her roast battling skills. Now, I will say this about her: she's very good at roast battle when she's motivated. But the problem is when she was facing K. Trevor Wilson, she kept showing me her Tony Hinchcliffe jokes. And she would have killed Hinchcliffe because she didn't really like him. And she was motivated to, embarrass him. But I was like, hey, you got to worry about K. Trevor Wilson because I saw him battle Sarah Tiana in the untelevised season, and he's legit. And she kept, I'll take care of him. I want Hinchcliffe. And the jokes on Hinchcliffe were funny. Well, I don't know if I was 5-0. I'll just say this, losing to Tiana, there were some things in play in that battle that weren't fair for me. I don't want to get into it because I love Sarah, so I don't hold a grudge against her. It actually wouldn't be funny because she writes jokes for him, so that would be a fake battle. Now they'll never use her again. Because nobody wants her around. Put it this way: when Comedy Central called me in for a meeting for season 4, I think at one point they were thinking about bringing it back, and we sat down, and the guy's like, "Who do you want to battle?" And I'm like, "Give me Bolivia." And I could tell that the blood drained from his face. I'm like, "Hold on, hear me out. We had the best battle on LA Riot. When it was an LA Riot, that was the first independent festival that Roast Battle went to. It was me and Bolivia, Pat Barker and Leah Kajanian for the LA title, and they just didn't have good chemistry. They're both great battlers, but it was not a good battle. And Tiana against Guy Branum. And Guy and Tiana were a little wasted by the time they got to the stage. So me and Bolivia killed it. We were going in on each other, and I won. Anyway, Jeff and Bolivia would not be a good roast battle. Me and Jeff would be a good battle, but even that I wouldn't be battling Jeff. I would be battling Bolivia. So, but I would hit Jeff so hard with stuff he has no idea that I know. I'm what you call an information gatherer. So, But getting back to my point about Bolivia, SC, and your original question, she's good when she's motivated. When she battled, I don't think, this might have been on Vine or Periscope, but, well, anyone could be funny for 1 minute. That's the thing. So I'm sure, obviously I didn't see him, so I can't speak about him, but do comedy on stage for 30 minutes without Tony, without Red Band, without sound effects, without 3 people on the panel, without a band, and then get back to me. So I don't take measurements. I've never measured my neck. I've never measured my dick. Well, it's not hard to impress. It's just like it's comedy for 1 minute. Anyone can be funny for 1 minute. Um, with all the band-aids that Kill Tony offers. Um, and you're not really following people funny. Like Saturday night at the Punk Rock Museum, Adam Dominguez, who was the feature act, he was killing for 18 minutes. So I had to follow him, and it was, I don't want to say it was easy, but I'm fucking funny, so it wasn't that hard for me, and I had to do 30 minutes. So let's see a Kill Tony comic follow me and have to do 30 minutes. And I'm not even that hard to follow because I'm low energy, and but like I'm not impressed by anyone doing 1 minute on Kill Tony. I'm just not. I've seen Kill Tony comics who have to do. I'm sorry, Fornicate. I did not get to that question. Earl, are there any comics like yourself that avoid the Dabbleverse? Yeah, like 95%, 98%. When I did Hackamania, what was that, 2 years ago, the first year? And I brought Ray DeVito into another comedy club because I thought I could get him some stage time. He's talking about the Dabbleverse to about, I don't know, 20 to 30 Vegas comics, and they had no idea what the fuck he was talking about. One word, delusional. I'm delusional? I'm pretty honest, to be honest. I'm pretty, I'm like the furthest thing from delusional. What up, Lisa? All right, guys, we'll go about another 5 minutes. Another 5 minutes, guys. Yeah, I mean, William Montgomery is like the ultimate example of take him out of the Kill Tony sphere, I guess you'd call it, and put him in a comedy lineup with comics, and he's going to struggle. Now, I will say this. That's funny, Keith. I think William Montgomery was set up to fail. Well, Kayla, if you're judging if someone is funny on just the amount of views they get, then Brendan Schaub's the funniest comic of all time. So if that's your baseline of who's funny, well, this person has 10,000 clips or 10,000 views on a short, then I can't help you there. I disagree. I couldn't disagree with Joe any more than I can. No, but see, if you're judging, well, this person is funny because they have 10,000 clips, then Brendan Schaub's the greatest comic of all time. But I will stick up for Montgomery in this case. I can't think of a worse comic to open up for Morgan J than William in terms of the fan base. Because, having William Montgomery open up for Morgan J is like literally having Jerry Reed, who's one of the greatest guitar players of all time. Yes, the guy from Smokey and the Bandit. It's like having Jerry Reed open up for Slayer. Jerry Reed would get booed off the fucking stage. He's still a great guitar player. Or if you had Slayer open up for Jerry Reed in Nashville. So, Morgan J's crowd likes that hacky songwriting and guitar comic type of humor, which is the complete opposite of William Montgomery's fan base. So I will stick up for William in that. It was just a bad fit. I don't know if Joe was friends with Brody. I mean, they knew each other, but I don't think they hung out. So, I just don't find it funny. To me, there's no funny behind it. You know, because if you watch like Brody, there was funny behind everything Brody said. Yes, he had a unique deliverance. Same thing with Brian Holtzman, because I've had a lot of people tell me, well, Montgomery's doing the Brian Holtzman stuff. But if you listen to Brian Holtzman's jokes, there's structure in them. Andrew Jacobs, $1.99, Smokey and the Bandit reference. But I mean, Andrew, thank you very much. You get the ray gun, obviously. I mean, I think I'm pretty humble, to be honest with you. Not really. I mean, the funniest people I know, Kayla, you've probably never heard of. You know, I've literally been streaming for a year and a half on YouTube. I mean, I've been on YouTube for like 15 years, but I've not posted much of my comedy in that time. So listen, you don't think I'm funny, then why are you on my stream? Like, I don't tell people who to think is funny. So if you're not a fan of mine, why are you here? You know. So, you know, that's the one thing I've never understood about trolls is like when I turn on the TV and there's a movie or a TV show or a sport I don't like, I change the channel. You know, I don't stay on the channel and go, this sucks, but I'm still going to watch it. So what am I going to do? You're not a fan of mine. I'm not going to beg an anonymous person to think I'm funny. I don't mind trolls. I really don't. Yeah, I don't even mind Kayla. You're not funny. Okay, then go to William Montgomery's stream. Well, I've got more TV credits than most comics you probably like. My name's on the wall of the #1 club in the country. So I'm happy with where I'm at comically. I don't do comedy to please you. Do I wish I had more fans? Yeah, absolutely. Do I wish I had 100,000 views on my clips? Sure. But you're judging my comedy based on just strictly the number of views I have on my videos. So, by that logic, then, you know, I'll go up against any Kill Tony comic any day of the week. But none of them are passed at the Comedy Store. So, there's that. So, which country? Cuba? But by your logic, Brendan Schaub's funny. And Kayla, we don't do the all caps in here, so you gotta like type in lowercase. So, but your whole thing is you don't have any views on your shorts. Then why? Let me ask you this, Kayla. Why are you in my stream then? If you are such not a fan of my comedy, then why are you here? Change the channel. Go to Kevin Brennan's stream. It's all good. I learned a long time ago, not everyone's going to think you're funny. But I'm giving it, but see, here's the problem. If I give them, or her, I guess it's a girl, I'll guess it's a girl, I'm giving her the attention she wants. But if I don't say anything, well, see, I got them. They see my, you know. You know. Then go to swipe to Kevin Brennan's stream. Go watch Kill Tony clips, you know. Well, I've never understood, like, I understand my humor's not for everybody, but, you know, why, if you're not a fan of mine, why be in here? So, Kayla, let me ask you a question. Who's your favorite comic? When you want to laugh and you go on YouTube, who do you go to? But that's, that's just part of the streaming world. Views don't mean shit. Tons of good comics. I mean, listen, I'll say this: the funniest comics I know, you guys have never heard of. Russell Peters is great. No, no. I mean, I'm asking her a serious question. If it indeed is a girl, who's your favorite comic? I mean, Jason Galern is probably the funniest comic I know, and I guarantee you right now, you guys have probably never heard of Jason Galern. Charlie Murphy's great. It's not that hard to type a name, Kayla. Who's your favorite comic? I'll wait. All right, let's move on then. Um, Michael Richards. Michael Richards, that was the funniest set I've ever seen Michael Richards have, to be honest with you. I mean, I've seen him do worse. I mean, I've seen Tom Arnold at the Laugh Factory. Yowza. Um, well, I gave Colin, like, it just, like, if I start letting the streamers do jokes in here, this is going to be, a long, long day. Charlie Murphy played for Kings. I don't think so. I don't know. I got to watch the season finale of Landman. I hear there's a lot of talk that he won't be back on the show. So I'm assuming maybe there was a cliffhanger on his death or whatever. So Mitch Hedberg was, well, I can't argue with you there, Kayla. Chappelle is the best. Uh, Mitch Hedberg was great. I wish I was Joe from Family Guy. I'd have more than 34 people in here and 41 likes. We're going to go another 5 minutes, guys. We're going to go to the 70-minute mark. And then I got stuff to do. So David Alan Grier is great. Yeah, but a lot of people don't think Chappelle's funny. Like, as crazy as that sounds. So comedy really is subjective. Bill Cosby was also the king of raping. So there's that. Let me guess, all 85 accusers were lying. Shit. So, there you go. 5 more minutes, guys. Hit the like and subscribe button if you have not done so already. I would appreciate it. Sebastian's great. I used to see Sebastian bomb in the original room in front of 8 people in the dark era of the Comedy Store. Well, there's no right or wrong answer with... who's your favorite comic? Who's your favorite guitar player? I can't tell you people who to think is funny. I love Stephen Wright. A lot of people don't like Stephen Wright because of his slow and dry delivery. I love pro hockey. Most people in Los Angeles don't like pro hockey. My favorite guitar player of all time, probably Jake E. Lee. You'll probably never hear anyone's favorite guitar player list be Jake E. Lee's #1, but you know what? He's my favorite. So Lois is chilling right now. She be chilling. Well, I mean, I've seen Chappelle be amazing, and I've seen Chappelle, when he's drunk and not completely sober, not be amazing. So if you walked into the room that night and you saw Chappelle kind of just stumbling around on stage, you're like, this guy's not that great. But, you see him when he's focused and primed and ready, he's pretty good. A lot of people don't like Rogan, and obviously he has a huge fan base. So, so a lot of people, do like him. Jeremiah Watkins is underrated. I mean, yeah, if you like act out, physical, high energy comedy, Jeremiah's great. If you don't, you probably don't think he's good. No, I like Jeremiah. I just, don't have a lot to say about him, So that's why we don't talk about Jeremiah around here. No, I think that's just how Sebastian is. I don't think he ripped off Dice. I mean, you can't say. I mean, Sebastian's Italian, so I don't think that. Like a lot of people think I rip off. Stephen Wright and Robert Schimmel, but this is just how I talk. I don't know if I would say he was integral to Roast Battle. I mean, the Wave, to be honest with you, is probably the least important part of the show, in my opinion. The most important guy on the show is Moses. He's a great host. And then the battlers, and then, maybe the celebrity panel. But, the Wave, I mean, the Wave almost cost me my first battle in Montreal against Tom Ballard when Tom Ballard had gotten a really funny joke off on me. For those of you who don't know who Tom Ballard is, he's a super fucking funny Australian comic. And in the untelevised season of Roast Battle, he murked Hinchcliffe. I mean, it wasn't even close. And Jeff kept extending the battle, hoping Tony would get a live one off, and just Tom was just ready. But so Tom got a really funny joke on me, and my thing with Roast Battle is I was always good with the rebuttals. I'm quick like that. So just as I'm about to say my rebuttal, the Wave gets on stage, runs around, and does their thing, and so I had to wait like 25 seconds to get my rebuttal on. And by the time I did the rebuttal, it's probably closer to 40 seconds after Tom's joke. And the joke kind of fell flat because the Wave had interrupted the flow of the battle. So I never really liked the Wave, especially on television. And especially the season I was on, they didn't have their own camera. So if you watch Roast Battle on TV, a lot of times you just see like the tops of their heads running around on stage because they're low to the ground, and it just made no sense. Live, I thought, especially the local show in LA, they were good. But for TV, not so much. So, yeah, I did see that. I will not be in attendance. So, yeah, I think, I mean, I'm trying, bro. I'm trying. But I actually know the booker of the festival. But, that's another story. I mean, that's a perfect example of. I went to a few shows um, the last Netflix is a Joke festival, and most of the people on the festival were comics who had a lot of views and popular podcasts, and the shows weren't good. And I would say it if they were. So, Don Rickles, one of the goats. Um, I was good. Kings need to win tonight. Absolutely. The Kings, big game against the New York Rangers. They're playing against Jonathan Quick, their old goalie. So, because I'm in a good mood, we'll go to 75 minutes. Then I really got to go. So, the Kings are, they need a win, man. I mean, their coach probably does not sleep very well at night. If they invite you on Roast Battle there, would you go on to judge? No, because Jeff would be there. Jeff would obviously do any show on Netflix. Um, so, um, yeah, Kayla, we don't do all caps in here. I've been pretty cool to you. I've answered all your trolling questions. No all caps, please. I mean, the Ducks, they're a young team. They're going to be very good in a few years. They've got great talent on that team. I don't know who that is, Studios, so I can neither agree or disagree with you. Quick is playing amazing. At the tail end of his run for the Kings, you're like, okay, this guy's career is over. I mean, the Sabres have a great team. They've got an interesting situation with Alex Tuck. Do they keep him? Do they trade him? That would kind of ruin the chemistry of them winning so much right now. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, I mean, Phil Silvers probably would not be funny to most kids today. Well, the Ducks have a lot of young talent, so the Ducks are going to be very good. I got to go in 3 minutes, so we're not going to do the Skid Row live stream tonight. This will probably be my last stream today. So, yeah, Louis C.K. is great. But a lot of people don't like him, you know. Lenny Bruce is either you love him or hate him. Bill Hicks, I don't find funny at all. And yet, a lot of people think he's one of the greats, if not the greatest of all time. I just never found him funny. So that's why when someone says I'm not funny, I'm like, all right, great. I'll say this, the Don't Tell comedy producers, the second I got off stage, said, we'd love to have you back. So, yeah, I mean, Bill Burr's another one who's a controversial guy from the standpoint of you either love him or you don't like him. You know, there's no in between. Segura's the same thing. I mean, most comics are you either like them or not. So yeah, if you know you like guitar comics, and Nick Thune is the best guitar comic out there, and he's a great guy and very funny without the guitar comics. So, but some people see a guy walk out on stage with a guitar, they check out automatically. Don't even give him a chance. So 2 more minutes, guys. 2 more minutes. So you keep saying that, Earl, and I know, you know, but I'm in a good mood. But I do have to get my day started. It is 3:15. I gots to roll, babies. So thank you guys for checking in. Hit the like and subscribe button, pretty please. I love me some Jake E. Lee, but you know, if you don't like 80s metal, you know, you're not gonna, you know, Jake E. Lee was in Ozzy in the mid 80s. It's prime Ozzy to me. But if you don't like that kind of music, you're gonna look at Jake E. Lee playing Bark at the Moon or the solo on Ultimate Sin or Shot in the Dark and go, okay, I don't get this guy. What other live streams you got? I mean, I live stream every day. So Iron Maiden, fuck the world. I'm a soldier, Jenna. I'm a soldier. My love is larger than life, larger than life. Yes, Joe, I am well. I'm ending the stream in about 30 seconds. So, yeah. Well, you know, I just, you know, if the trolls want to talk, I can talk to trolls. But, you know, just, you know, one guy got mad because he took 2 minutes to say a knock knock joke. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Like, have dead air on my stream? I mean, I will say this, not many streamers do what I do. I hit the record button and I talk. I don't stream someone else's channel. So TB in the house. Listen, if you like Rick Glassman and his like Andy Kaufman-esque style of humor, then go support Rick Glassman. I personally don't think it's funny, but you know, like I know Rick, he's a nice guy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sorry about that. So, yes. No, I've never smoked. I'm straight edge. So, guys, I gotta go. Bob Saget's great, but if you don't like dry and dirty humor, you're gonna just stare at Bob Saget. Well, you're gonna stare at him now because he's in the ground. But Earl Skakel in the house. I'll see you guys tomorrow.